Hi, my name is Brent Lyles with Chicken Hill Solutions, and I also work on grants for NYOS Charter School. I'm recording this video for teachers. Often, as a teacher, you'll get all kinds of emails that say, apply for this grant, apply for that grant. It's helpful to know a little bit about grants, and hopefully this will give you some tips and tricks and also some background information and what to watch out for. Now, I get it. I'm a former middle school teacher, and life is crazy as a teacher. Sometimes when a grant promises you $200 in classroom supplies or something like that, it's super tempting. My first tip, and this is probably the most important one, is that not every grant is worth applying for. The application process itself can take a lot of time. Is that really worth the $200 in classroom supplies? Now maybe it is, but my point is, think about the cost and benefits. It's not just the application itself, but once you get the grant, usually there's also reporting requirements. How much time of yours is that going to take? Think about all of those different ways that that grant will take up your time and try to figure out whether that's really worth it or not. The other thing that you should be aware of is that many grants are hard to get. Most of the applications will get rejected and only a few will get accepted. This is especially true with national programs, with national corporations, because they're getting applications from all over the country. If there's a very small likelihood that you're going to get that grant, it may not be worth it to even apply. Now, that doesn't mean there aren't grants that are worth applying for. There's a couple things that can help make sure that you are set up for success. So this is my second set of tips. Have a great plan and a really thorough understanding of the program that you want to get funding for. Make sure that that funding opportunity is a really good fit for that program and that that funder is going to get excited about the program that you're proposing. If there's any way to reach out to that funder to start a relationship, that'll help you have an advantage in that grant application process. If you're interested in more about those steps of a grant and so on, I've recorded some videos for understanding the whole grants process, and look for the link in the YouTube description on this video. So my next tip, watch out for pseudo scams. Now, these are actual examples. I have seen a free grant for art creation software that can be used by elementary school students. Now, you go through this application process, you get the grant, you get the software, and you're able to use it in the classroom, and it's okay. But then you find out that really what that company wanted was to get you starting on that software and then get you to pay for the premium plan with the, monthly cost, the $39.99 a month, right? It turns out that it's not actually free for the full package. Now, is that illegal? No, it's not at all, but there's a lot of that out there. Another great example that I saw is a grant for free playground equipment. So you fill out this application, you get the grant, but then you find out that really the grant is just for 25% of the playground equipment, and the school still has to pay the other 75%. So really, you were just filling in this application to get a 25% off coupon. Now again, is that worth it? Maybe it is for your school, but be aware that there's a lot of companies out there that really all they want is to sell you products. They want you on their mailing list. They want your school on the mailing list. They may even want to try to get their products in the hands of your students. So take some time to find out what's really going on with that grant opportunity before you submit the application. The last thing I want to say is always, always, always check with your administrators before you fill out an application. The worst thing that can happen is that one teacher applies for a grant and goes through the work of that only to find out that another teacher already applied for it, right? Your grants manager at your school or your administration should be able to help coordinate that so you're not duplicating efforts. The other thing too is that if you're going to be applying for money that's going to be awarded to you as the teacher or to the school, the budget person at your school needs to know about that. Also, administrators at your school may know of a reason why you're not eligible, even though from your perspective it seemed like you were. Always check in with the folks at your school who would have to be involved with that grant if you actually got it. All right, so there's a couple tips for you. I hope those have been helpful. Like I say, there are more resources in some other videos. These are short 5 or 6 minute videos that I've recorded, and you can find the link in the YouTube description. Thanks so much. Let me know how I can help you more.